am a morning person. Whoa. Had a dove dive bomb me. Anyway, yeah, as most of you, or a lot of you know, I'm going to F2F. Was going to wait to tell everybody until I was completely done with Mercer, but they pretty much kicked me out the door, and I'll tell you about that at the end of the video. But so hope all of you are doing good. Hope your trucks are treating you good. And why am I going to F2F? And I'll keep this short and sweet, or try to. The freedom. 99% of why I wanted to drive a truck in the first place was to be able to pick and choose where I go and when I go. I've got a family, 3 kids. You know, I got stuff going on at home. It's definitely hard for drivers to have that balance. So that's what I wanted. I wanted to be able to be home when I needed to be home, not miss those important things. And so you do a lot of searching. It's hard to find these little companies, or hard to find the right, fit. I think most guys, most drivers, they'll choose unhappiness over uncertainty. So they'll stay in the same place because they're just not sure they want to make that move, and I completely understand it. You don't want to rock the boat if you're making good money. So I'm going to F2F for the freedom. They do pay 80%, but that's really subjective. 80% of what, could be a direct customer. It could be something that's been brokered a couple of times. You never know. So 80% is subjective. They do have trailer rental if you want to rent a flatbed or a van. So you don't have to have your own trailer. And if you don't want to pay for your own tags, that's $2,100. You can get your tags through them. They'll charge you $52 a week. So getting on with F2F was a super easy process, easier than it was with Mercer. The COVID days, some of the things were bad, some of the things were good. And I think, this doing things from a distance is a good thing. Half the people that were, going into an office didn't really need to do that, and I think now they realize that. So, it's changed the way companies do orientation, and hopefully F2F will keep doing orientation this way. All of it is from your house. You don't have to go anywhere. So after your application, they approve it. You send in all your basic documents. If you've got a title to your truck, you send that in, or your lease agreement, your medical documents, and all that, basic stuff. So after that's done, they will send you a link to do your safety videos and sign your, all your paperwork, and it's all on one platform. Real easy. There was a couple of glitches there, but all in all, if you go through them and do them, the first time, it takes about 2.5 hours to get all that done. Maybe even less, but I did it kind of off and on throughout the day. And so super easy. And one of the other things that is great about the way F2F does this onboarding process is that normally, if you're going from one company to another, you have to quit your carrier you're with, and then deadhead your truck however many miles to get to this other company, and attend orientation for 3 or 4 days, and listen to that guy tell his war stories all day long when you're just trying to get out of and get to work. But the way that F2F does it, it's all online, and you can all do it all sitting on your couch. And the great thing about it is you do not have to quit the company you're with. You can keep on driving with it. As a matter of fact, one of the guys in class was driving around with his window open, in a Zoom meeting. Probably not the best thing to do, but so yeah, you can go through their whole onboarding process and get your stuff in the mail, your stickers and your tags, and change your stickers out, and you don't have to miss a minute worth of revenue. So very good process. Um, the orientation class was on a Zoom meeting, and if you've never done a Zoom meeting before, I hadn't. You just you download the app, and then when they send you the email, you click on the link, and you're in the meeting. That simple. And so I think there were 10 or 12 of us in this meeting, and what I consider to be a professional meeting. Um, you have all these business owners, truck drivers owning a business, and the business owner giving the class. And it's kind of amusing. You don't have people telling war stories, but um, there was one female in the class. He mentioned it to her 2 or 3 times, but all you could see was like one eye. I don't know if she was laying down or what. And one guy, all you could see was his chest right here. Um, Another guy, like I said, he was working. He was driving up and down the road with his window open. All you can hear was the wind blowing for a while. And, you had your guy that was talking the whole time to somebody, in his house, and you could hear their conversation. So, not professional, but kind of amusing. And so the orientation was really good. Told you exactly what you needed to know. Didn't even have to ask questions. He had his ducks in a row, and obviously he'd given the orientation 100 times before. The guy's name was Alex, and I believe he's actually one of the business owners. But he was straight to the point, told you exactly what you needed to know, nothing more, nothing less. A lot of orientations that you go to, I haven't been to a lot, but most of the ones that you go to, you have these companies that they're so worried about everything that they're giving you all, tons of useless information just so they could CYA, cover their butts. Just so, 3 years down the road, they can say, hey, you remember we told you about this in orientation, that type of thing. This is nothing like that. It's I think ours lasted 4.5 hours, but goes over everything you need to know. Um, nothing special except for there at the end when he went over load boards. Um, if you've never done a load board before, or been on a load board or negotiated, he kind of went over that. There was one person in class who, by the questions you asked, you kind of realized he had no idea what he was doing. And I wish him the best, but he's got a big learning curve, or maybe I just read it wrong. But anyway, had all kinds in the class, all kinds of people. It's a good mix of people. So, that's the basics. Super easy to get on, give you lots of freedom, and we'll see. You'll get my unbiased opinion about it for sure. There's only one thing so far that I do not like, and that is the way they pay you. So if you're at Mercer, or there are other companies that do this too, as soon as you get done with your load, once you turn in that bill of lading, you get paid 30 or 40 minutes later, as soon as you're done with that load. Here they have an old system where the pay week is Saturday through Friday. So let's say you turn, and then you get paid the following Friday. So let's say you turn something in Saturday. You're going to wait almost 2 weeks to get paid for that load. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me, because when you're working off these load boards, most of these agents have factoring services, and they can pay you within a day or two for a very small percentage. So not sure why they would have to hold on. They're doing the factoring for you, of course, but if they're charging a percentage, not sure why they would have to hold your money for almost 2 weeks on that. I can see, some issues arising with that, but that's small beans there. That's nothing. But it seems like it could be updated to pay after every load. I wouldn't think that'd be that big of a deal. But anyway, that's the only drawback I can see so far. Um, Other than taking my trailer back to Mercer, it's probably going to be a few days before I pick up my first load with him, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do a power only just to get some money in the bank, or go pick up a flatbed trailer, but we'll see.